So now I'm on to showing you the final portion or section of my collection, which is the die-cast that I keep down here in the basement. And it feels like forever since I've even talked about die-cast in this video. Haven't shown any of the die-cast since the stairwell leading down into the basement, because once we got down here into the basement, I let off with the sports cards, followed by the sports figures, then the non-sports figures, and now finishing off the die-cast down here. And as far as the die-cast down here in the basement is the older die-cast in my collection. And by older, I mean die-cast that I collected between the years 2002 and about 2009. Because it was around the year 2008 or 2009 that I maxed out on space down here in the basement. And I started going upstairs in my collection and creating the showrooms up there. And as far as the die-cast, what we're going to see down here, it pretty much runs along the same lines of the die-cast we saw upstairs in the showrooms. It's mostly the three big brands of die-cast, which are Hot Wheels, Johnny Lightning, and M2. There may be an Auto World car or two down here in the basement, but mostly Auto World didn't come around until around 2008 or 2009 or 2010. So that's mostly upstairs. And then aside from the three big brands in Auto World, there's also miscellaneous brands we're going to see down here of die-cast. And by that I mean Matchbox, Jetta, Maisto, etc. As far as the method of showing it to you, what I thought best was just stick to the same method I've been using, which is to start in the back of the basement here, which we're seeing right now, the 12 o'clock position, and then just simply moving around the basement clockwise, as I've been doing since I've gotten down here, and showing you everything around here, again, moving clockwise until we conclude back in the 12 o'clock position. So I begin the die-cast clock here in the 12 o'clock position with the top of this display, and we'll work our way down. And what we're seeing here are some loose Hot Wheels cars. And these loose cars that I have sitting up on this shelf are from the 2007 mystery models. And Hot Wheels collectors out there know what I'm talking about. But for those who may be unfamiliar, it was in 2007 that Mattel decided to introduce a mystery element to buying Hot Wheels. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. Normally when you buy a Hot Wheel, like for example this Ford GT40, it's actually a treasure hunt, you know what you're getting. It's right there through a see-through window in the package. So when you buy it, you know what you're getting. But Hot Wheels decided to introduce a mystery element through a blind box. You see there, it's all black with a question mark. Can't see what's inside. So in other words, you have to pop it open from the cardboard backing. You have to open it up to see what's inside of it. Almost like buying a pack of baseball cards. You know, you don't know exactly what you're getting, but one of these loose cards up here is going to pop out of that package. And I believe the way this began back in, again, if I remember correctly, back in 2007 is I originally wanted to accumulate a set of these cars, of these mystery models. And I think I fell just short. I managed to get 24 cars that you're seeing here, but I think that was a few cars short of a set. And you can see they're all different makes and models. It was a novelty concept at the time, mystery models by Mattel. We haven't really seen it before as collectors. They still continue the practice today. Although instead of using the cardboard backing in the window, currently Mattel for their mystery cars uses a poly bag. So it's like it's a car bagged up in a mystery poly bag there. And so once again, all different makes and models. Just like on the end, here's a couple different Plymouth Hemi Cudas. You can see there's one in black and one in red with the white graphics on the side. There's a Corvette. These two are in little baggies. This one here is a Batmobile from the animated series. And over here's a car called Side Drift. And they're bagged up because when I bought them and I popped them out of the little, the package here, they actually came in these little bags. So I left them the way I found them essentially. Like in their original, or as original can be, state without opening it up. So they came in the baggies, so I just left them in the baggies there. And then once again, more different makes and models. There's a nice looking steel flame in flat black. This little gold car here is the most sought after car of the wave. That's the Bugatti Veyron. Any older Bugattis are always sought after in Hot Wheels. And then on the end here, just some more different makes and models of cars in the 2007 mystery models. Moving down to display, we're going to see some Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars from 2007, 2008. Beginning on the left with these four. And these are holiday hot rods from Hot Wheels. Here are two on the end from 2007, the Off-Track and the Rail Rodder. And these four in the middle from 2008. And they were coming through Walmart exclusively back around Christmas time in 2007, 2008. And here are some 4th of July cars. The Variate on the bottom and the 57 Chevy up on top. Once again, Walmart exclusives coming through Walmart around 4th of July 2008. In the bottom row here, we're going to see some more Hot Wheels holiday hot rods. But these are the Specialty Series ones. And they were coming mostly through Toys R Us and Target around Christmas time 2007. By Specialty Series, I mean they have the metal chassis, as you can see there, the Real Rider rubber tires, and just better quality. And the SRP on these was $4.99 compared to the Walmart exclusive cars I showed you for holiday cars that were $1.99. And so starting here on the end with these two in green, the Plymouth Barracuda Funny Car and the Highway Hauler. 3 different colors were produced. It was the holiday colors. It was green, white, and red. And there I have the green of each of those. On this Mustang Mach 1, I have all 3 colors. I have red, white, and green. And then up on the top row here are going to be some Matchbox cars, again from 2007, 2008. There's a 63 Cadillac Ambulance. There's a Volkswagen T2 bus. Here are a couple of 1963 Cadillac hearse. One in black and one in white. The 65 Ford Mustang in blue. And there's another Volkswagen Samba bus next to it. These 2 cars on the end are considered treasure hunts. They're from the 55th anniversary wave of cars that was coming through Matchbox. And again, they have the metallic green finish. You can see there on the Austin minivan. The Austin minivan has the graphic 55th anniversary, and there's a Lex above it. It was actually a 3-car set, with the third one being over here, the 72 Ford Bronco, with a decal on the side. Above the Bronco is a tractor. Over here is a trash compactor, waste management from Matchbox. And above that's a Chevy van in orange, kind of a 70s-ish looking van. Pretty cool. Making our way down to display. Below the Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, sitting on top of these football figures, are M2 cast line cars that we're seeing here. And these are probably from about the year 2009 or so. And just different kinds of muscle cars here from M2 cast line in the boxes here. Starting on the left, there's a 68 Firebird Sprint in red, Detroit Muscle Series. A black Cougar from 68. Orange Camaro, sharp looking one. Another Firebird Sprint in white from the Auto Driver Series. A Mustang Mach 1, white with the flames. And on the end here, Plymouth Cuda Hemi from that Auto Driver Series. And on the end's a Mopar Series 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. And then making our way to the bottom of the display here. This is a Johnny Lightning Camaro from the Gold Series of muscle cars. The 69 Chevy Camaro RSSS. Just a very sharp looking car there. And a nice Gold Series packaging. Down here at the foot of the display are 4 Clover cars from the Clover series of Hot Wheels. Just like the holiday hot rods and the 4th of July cars, these were Walmart exclusive cars coming through Walmart stores in March, around St. Patrick's Day, and I think in the year 2007 or 2008. So there's 4 cars there from the series of Clover cars. And this one here is actually a convention exclusive car, Mustang GT in blue. And this one was through the Seattle show in 96, the Seattle Toy Show in 1996, as a tampo on the hood indicates. And it's in the vintage, it's a replica vintage car. 1,000 were produced for that 96 Toy Show in Seattle. And so that's a convention exclusive car. Rotating the camera 180 degrees, we come around this display. And the die cast in this display is Johnny Lightning M2 chase cars and a few exclusives. So we'll start down here at the bottom left with these 3 dioramas from Greenlight Machines. And these are the box dioramas. These 2 on the bottom are from the film Bullet, starring Steve McQueen from their Hollywood series. And this one on the bottom is just a basic version. The 2 cars from the film boxed up there with the diorama back. But the one above is actually the chase. It's a Green Machine chase version. You can see the green wheel there, and the green base on the Mustang. So that makes it the chase version. Same with the diorama above that, the auction block Camaro. That's a chase Camaro, Green Machine with the green wheels and green base. And these two diorama greens were provided to my collection by JB. So some JB love here in the video again. Thank you, JB, for these for my collection. I really appreciate that. Above those two is an M2 chase car, 69 Ford Mustang GT. The metallic blue finish and the gold accents and treatment from the early series of ground pounders makes it the chase car. Pretty sharp. Above those are a couple Lee's Tour Review exclusive cars from Greenlight Machines. These were available through magazine subscriptions to Lee's Tour Review. Lenny Lee, the editor, sent to me in a swag box. And you can only get these by getting a subscription to the magazine. It's a custom 67 Pontiac GTO convertible. Here's one in white. And they're in a Zamek finish. Again, only available through Lee's Tour Review magazine. Next to those, a mail-away Johnny Lightning 65 Shelby Cobra Daytona in black. Limited to 1,600. Can only get it through RC2's mail-away promo exclusive. More Johnny Lightning over here. These are 3 convention exclusive cars, although there's no markings on the package to show convention exclusive. They're all limited to 1,000. And it's a 69 Chevy Camaro, 3 different versions. And I picked these up at Wizard World 2006 at the RC2 booth. And the way they were selling it was, here's the basic version of that Camaro, available only at the booth at the convention. Here you could buy from them the chase version with the white wall wheels and the different rims. And here in the center was a Super Chase White Lightning version with white wheels and white tires. Now, all 3 of these were available at the booth. However, you cannot just buy the White Lightning Super Chase version by itself. And the way to obtain this car is you had to buy all 3. That's the only way they would sell you the White Lightning version at the booth, is if you bought all 3 cars. So you had to buy all 3 to get the White Lightning version in the center there. Down here's another M2 chase car, a 58 Chevy Impala, black with gold trim. And here in the center of the display is a Green Machine chase car from Greenlight Machines, the 68 Plymouth Roadrunner. Green Machine chase car with green metallic finish. Back to the wall, moving clockwise, we'll come upon this kind of oddly placed display. More on that later, guys. But as far as the display goes, and I apologize for the poor lighting coming off the packaging, it is a set of 12 treasure hunt cars from Hot Wheels from the year 2003. Now, we had seen some of these treasure hunt cars earlier in my collection upstairs in the showrooms A and B, but those are the more recent ones from 2010 to the present time, 2019, 2020. These are the older ones. And if you're a Hot Wheels collector, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those who don't collect Hot Wheels, if you recall, or maybe don't recall, the treasure hunts are the chase cars in the mainline wave of Hot Wheels. Mainline's the most abundant cars out there. They're the ones that dangle off the pegs or on dump-ins at your retail stores, and they retail for 99 cents. And the treasure hunts are the chase cars from those mainline waves. And once again, if you're a Hot Wheels collector, you know all about this and the history of these things and how they look different. And so the way Mattel intended it was to make them the chase cars, release 12 in a calendar year, 1 per month essentially. And there's only 1 packed per 72 count case, a standard issue case of Hot Wheels, or maybe that case doesn't have a treasure hunt in it. Then I'll guarantee to have one, but no more than 1. And the cars look different. We look up a closer one here than main lines in the sense that back in 2003, they actually had the graphic there of the treasure chest. And this would all change, by the way, in 2007. More on that later. But in 2003, Mattel was still using the treasure chest. It says T-Hunt, 1 of 12. And the name of the car, it's Hooligan. So there's the packaging. And now for the car itself, it has the Real Rider rubber tires, the nicer wheels, the nicer paint job, and it says on the hood, TH, stands for treasure hunt. And that's what makes the car a treasure hunt and a chase car. And again, for the Hot Wheels collectors who know what I'm talking about here, these are largely the reason why, back in the day, and even today, if you were to go to any retail store that carries Hot Wheels, Walmart, Target, again, back in the day, Toys R Us, Kmart, even KB Toys, but they were more known for action figures. But if you were to go to any given retail store that carries Hot Wheels back in the day, on any given morning that they were opening, you would line up outside the door for a morning opening, and who would you see in line? Probably a senior citizen or two, because they're the seniors like to line up early and get their business done early. But aside from a senior, you probably also would see a Hot Wheels collector, and this is the reason why. These chase cars, these treasure hunts, that Hot Wheels collectors were hot after for years and still are. And again, most retail stores stock overnight. So the thinking is to get there first thing in the morning when the fresh stock is put out, the fresh Hot Wheels, and maybe get lucky and score a treasure hunt. But this is what they were after all those mornings, these treasure hunts. So I mentioned that these treasure hunts are from 2003, and 2003 was the first year I started getting really heavy into collecting die-cast. And so clearly I was joining the party late. There have been a lot of guys out there collecting die-cast way before '03, probably dating back to like the late 80s or 90s, or maybe even since they were kids themselves. But I kind of made it my goal right away to try and put together a set of treasure hunts for every calendar year. And starting that first year I succeeded. I put together this set, and I was pretty successful with it all the way until about 2009 or so, where I was only missing a few treasure hunts, super treasure hunts from those years. But then about 2010, I kind of got buried. Too many holes to fill in my collection, too many hunts I was behind on, and then I just fell behind. But yeah, I try to get a set every year. And again, it kind of even didn't matter the car. When you look at these cars here, some look nicer and sharper than others. For example, over here, here's an SK3 Racer. It's okay. It's a decent car, with the real rubber tires. But by way of comparison, I think this Cadillac is much more like visually stunning and appealing, sharper, attractive to me. But it didn't matter. If the car's a treasure, I want to get it for my set, because I'm trying to put together a set every year. And so, I did the treasure hunts, and again, I chased them down like everybody else, and I put together this set for my first year. Also, I want to comment to you guys about the odd placement of it. Let me try and get a better angle of what I'm talking about. You can kind of see how these treasure hunts sort of defy gravity the way I have them pinned up here. Yeah. Well, the story on that is originally there was nothing up here. I didn't have anything displayed up here. And then I had all these treasure hunts you're seeing here. I had them sitting on this display right here that is currently occupied by baseball cards. Right, and some patches there. But this is where the treasure hunts originally sat until I needed this display because the cards, were expanding. And so I thought, well, I can go up here with the treasure hunts and just use push pins and some cork to secure them up there. Just a lot of push pins. Fortunately, they're all over the place. Find them at pretty much any retail store for like a buck and a half a box. So they're out there in abundance. They're not too expensive, fortunately for me, because I need a lot of them. Also, too, I wanted to point out, maybe you've noticed this, but I doubt you have. I only use these clear push pins to display stuff in my collection. I won't use any other kind of push pin other than these clear ones to display anything in my collection. No color ones, nothing else. Yeah, I know, right? Just a crazy rule I have for displaying my stuff in my collection. Has to be the clear push pins. Push pins and my borderline insanity aside, we're back to die-cast on the wall here. And there's a Batman Pit Cruiser, Mark Martin. And this is from the Hot Wheels Justice League wave of cars. And if you recall, previously in the video, we had seen cars from that wave here. There was a Mark Martin car, stock car with the Batman figure inside. And then down here, if you remember, there was a Wonder Woman with a Ricky Rudd stock car in there. And so this Pit Cruiser, the Batman Pit Cruiser from Mark Martin, who was a stock car racer, of course, is kind of an extension car from that series. It's considered the bonus car. And it's the Pit Cruiser. It doesn't come with an action figure like those did, but it's the bonus car from that series. Continuing clockwise along the wall takes us to the corner of the basement and the doorway above the utility room. We're going to see some green light machines here from the Auto World series of green light machines. Starting down here with this Mercedes-Benz Sprinter ambulance. These are all regular cars, by the way. Volkswagen Bug. There's a Camaro SS. It's convertible, and I prefer hardtops over convertibles, but it's a Camaro, so I had to get it for the collection. Now a bunch of Sama buses. We've seen many of these in my collection already. You guys know I'm a big fan of these. I collect them in mass. Here's a bunch of different ones you're seeing there. Working our way up. This is an interesting error variation card from Matchbox. It says garbage truck, but clearly that is not a garbage truck. It's a Land Cruiser. So it's a Land Cruiser erroneously packaged on a garbage truck card. For those who collect die-cast, you develop a trained eye after a while. Look out for rare errors, variation cards, and there's one that grabbed my attention, was sitting on the peg back in the day, was this error card here. So I picked it up. And above that one's a couple of these H2 Hummers, and we had seen these previously in the bedroom with the Michael Vick. I'm going to take this down to show you. Here's a couple basketball Hummers. That's a Denver Nuggets Hummer with a Carmelo Anthony car package inside. And there you can fully see a Cleveland Cavaliers Hummer with the LeBron James Flair Ultra Rookie car package inside, made by the Flair Company. Again, we had seen these previously with the Michael Vick when I was showing the cars in the room. And I don't know what differentiates, again, that Flair Ultra LeBron James rookie car from the one you would pull out of Flair packs back in the day. I think it was 03-04 was LeBron and Carmelo's rookie year. Unfortunately, you can't see the back of the card in the package, but I'm sure something differentiates that card from the one you would get in the packs. And there he comes packaged with the Hummer as well as Carmelo. Going to reinsert this one back up top here and then continue moving up to show you more Volkswagen Samba buses. These are Johnny Lightning. Here's one with Sprite from a series of Johnny Lightnings. And then we move across here. Just more Volkswagen Samba buses, all different kinds from Johnny Lightning that you're seeing here. That's a pretty cool one with the Johnny Lightning graphic on the side. The Wicked Wagon series. And that brings us over here on the end with some Cadillac hearses from the Wicked Wagon series. There you see one in white, black, and one on silver on the end. And here is a White Lightning car, chase car from the Dukes of Hazzard series of Johnny Lightning. And it's probably the nicest and sharpest White Lightning that I own in my collection. It's got the white tires and the Zamac finish from this Buick Grand National stock car. Anything from Dukes of Hazzard, Johnny Lightning is sought after, especially any White Lightning chase cars. And so this one's probably one of the nicest ones I have in my collection. It really is sharp. Continuing on with the White Lightnings, here are a few more that sit on top of my car display. Again, moving clockwise along the wall. And these are just like 6 different White Lightning chase cars from Johnny Lightning that I acquired either through my retail travels or maybe I traded for them. These 3 here on the left all have white wheels and white interiors. And the 3 back here have white bodies. And I'll take it and show them up close in just a second. So the 3 Johnny Lightning White Lightnings here have the white wheels and interior. And once again, White Lightning chase cars comprise less than 5% of the total distribution run of Johnny Lightnings to that given wave. Here's a H2 Hummer from the Marvel Spider-Man series. And again, it's got the white wheels and interior. A Chevy SSR from the Poker series. This one has a felt exterior and the white wheels. There's a Firebird from the Firebird series with the white wheels, white interior. And these 3 on the back here, they have pearl or white bodies, making them the chase cars. Starting here with this Buick GSX, has the white pearl body, denoting White Lightning chase car from the Muscle Cars USA series. And these 2 are from the 60 Sizzle series. Here's a Pontiac GTO with the white pearl body. You can see it's pictured there normally in red. So red's the standard, white's the chase. And here on this Continental convertible, same thing, white pearl body's the chase, whereas the cream colored body is the standard one. Standard issue one. Still in that same section of the wall, just moving down towards the floor. Here are 3 cars. It's 2 Matchbox cars up on top and a Hot Wheels on the bottom. And it's the Aqua King water delivery truck from Matchbox and kind of an old school police car there. And on below that's a 32 Ford from Hot Wheels. Takes us back now to this familiar display, which we've visited a few times now, between the baseball cards on there and the sports figures and even the blade figure. This time we're going to look at the die-cast on here. It's just a wide variety of die-casts, all different types of die-casts in this on this display. Hot Wheels of all varieties, specialty cars, mail-aways, event promo cars, convention cars, and then some Johnny Lightning and M2 mixed in as well. We'll start here at the left of the display and then work our way down towards the right. So a bunch of specialty Hot Wheels here on this display, as well as some green machines from Green Light Machines, and even a Jetta kind of sneaks in there, a Jetta vehicle. We'll start actually on the end here with this Valentine's Day exclusive 6-pack that you see. And these 6 cars in this pack were exclusive to Target stores that were coming around Valentine's Day, one Valentine's Day back in the day. And I really just bought this 6-pack because I like the 2 cars on top. I like that Cougar and that Baja Breaker truck. Not really too fond of the other cars in the pack. The Corvette there is okay, but really for these 2 on the top. And they were exclusive to Target and available only in this pack. And it takes us now to the front of the display here. And we'll start on the left with these three. These are three green machines from the Greenlight Machine series of hot pursuit law enforcement cars. And these are the chase cars. There's the Interceptor with the green metallic finish. Down here, a Dodge Charger, same way, metallic finish. And the Crown Vic in the bottom has a half green finish. I don't know why they didn't just finish it off, but nevertheless. And all three of these chase cars, these green machines, were provided to my collection by, it was a kind of a combo effort between Chad and JB. They sent them to me. So once again, thank you guys for that. Incidentally, Bad Chad currently is on the 60-day disabled list, or I think it's being called the injured list now, with a fractured wrist. Price of being bad, I guess. So hopefully a speedy and full recovery of my man Chad. And now the center of the display here at the bottom. These are some Hot Wheels 2-packs from the 100% series. Box sets. And these two up on top, I remember I found these at Kmart. Here's the Mustang Boss and the Camaro, pretty sharp. And over here, the VW Bus and Beetle. And I found these at Kmart, these two, because Kmart was the only one carrying these back in the day. But these muscle cars down here, the GTO, the Chevelle, the GTX, and the Coronet, I found these on one of the San Diego Comic-Cons that I attended. I think it was the one in 2008. And I bought them right directly at the Mattel booths. I don't know if that makes them convention exclusives, but that's where I found these 2-packs that have, you know, the nicer paint jobs, the Real Rider tires, the metal chassis, and just some pretty sharp cars there. One more up on top here. The white 3000 truck, sorry for the glare by the way, and that little single-seater special race car. Same thing. Found this at one of the Comic-Cons one year at the Mattel booth. So again, I think this was maybe a convention exclusive, but I'm not sure entirely. And then down here is a Jetta vehicle. It's a VW bus from the limited edition Collectors Club series. And you can see there it's numbered from 5,000, 3,978. Jetta didn't number very many of their vehicles, but they decided to number this one and make it collectible. And so I found its way into my collection there. Next to the Jetta bus and underneath the 100% 2-pack is a Dark Knight Batpod and Batmobile from Hot Wheels. This was a convention exclusive. I got it again, I think it was in 2009 when I attended San Diego Comic-Con. And I realized from this angle, there's just not enough light or really anything to actually see the contents of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle back to this one after I show you these 4 cars on the end of this display here. What I'm going to do is circle back and pull this car out and actually show it to you in the basement lights where you actually see the contents of it, because I realize it's pretty much impossible to see the contents from that angle. So let me just go ahead and show you these 4 cars that are on the end of this display here. Starting at the top, this is a Ford 1944 Showtime 40 from the Boise Roadster Show. And I guess you would consider this a Hot Wheels event car as opposed to a convention car, because the Boise Roadster Show was an event, and that's an event car, the Showtime 40. Pretty sharp looking car there, black with flames. Down here is a 69 Camaro convertible in silver with the orange interior. And this is what they call a Car Keepers exclusive car. For Hot Wheels, again, you guys know what I'm talking about. But for those who don't, Car Keepers are these plastic Protecto cases that you see here that protect, essentially, this car, just using this as an example. And back in the day when I first started collecting these Hot Wheels, again, 2003, 2004, you could actually go to a retail store, mostly it was Walmart, and you could find a package packed with about 6 or 8 of these Car Keeper Protecto clamshells. These plastic clamshells would be packed in a package, and there'd be one exclusive car in addition to the Car Keepers. So you get the Car Keepers, again, 6 or 8 of them, and you get an exclusive car. And there was a few different ones. There was some VW, Volkswagen Bugs, and there was a 69 Camaro. And this was the exclusive car that came with the Car Keepers, and that's how I got it from my collection. And then this spiffy 55 Chevy in red with the white wall wheels and the nice rims, as well as this 70 Chevelle convertible in blue, again, the sharp Real Rider rubber tires and mag wheels. These were mail-away cars that actually predated what became the norm in the Hot Wheels industry, the 20-for-1 Kmart mail-aways. These 2 cars came around before Kmart started doing the 20-for-1 mail-aways that all the collectors would flock to 3 or 4 times a year on a Saturday morning. We talked about that when I showed you those upstairs. But again, just like the 20-for-1s, these were mail-aways. Don't remember specifically which retailer were mail-aways through, but again, they were mail-away cars. That's the only way you could obtain them from Hot Wheels. So there's that Dark Knight Batman, the Batpod and Batmobile convention exclusive. There you see Batman on his Batpod, and way back in the package, though, what's hard to see is the Batmobile back there. So Batpod and Batmobile.